Artat, France, Normandy, 3 May 1945. Dear Marion, the V-mail and the continuation of it written 29 March reached me yesterday. That was very good time considering it had traveled almost half of Europe into Germany and back to the coast of France. Sally has not yet had a chance to read it since she is spending a 3-day leave in Paris. I am on night duty, and if we stay here a short time, I too may go to Paris again. I have had 2 brief visits there. It is truly beautiful and a very interesting city. I certainly was glad to hear from you and glad you and Wes are now having a few pleasant times together. It will be a real treat for me when I get back home again. As you see, we have been on the move again. It would be quite a job to describe our life and trials during the awful battles for the Rhone and Rhine rivers. We never worked as hard and as long hours in our lives before, nor did we suffer such awful cold or discomforts. Now that it is past, we are grateful for the experience and the privilege of being there when so badly needed. Just as we were folding up our tents to steal across the Rhine, a new army order came through, in which nurses over 35 years were not supposed to be so close to front and combat zones with the armies. We were with the 9th Army, so 3 of us were transferred to the rear areas. Sally Warren, Christine Scallion, and I came here about 2 weeks ago. After such active duty at the front, we did not and still did not appreciate this assignment. Up front, I had charge of a tent ward of 36 patients and had 3 corpsmen under me. The patients are pre-operatives, seriously wounded surgical. We worked 15 to 16 hours daily but did not feel the hardship of it. We objected more to awful living conditions, and our CO did not believe in putting heat or lights at our living tents. This made life very difficult and unbearable. Now where we are is a very backward area with very little if any nursing to do at all, and we are disgusted with it. I've asked for a transfer to a busier hospital near a more interesting city or transfer to the USA. Can't say now what might happen since the war is just about to end over here any time now. You know me, I like to work hard and play hard. I don't go for this half-baked type of nursing where one just sits sweating out the war. This hospital has been overseas 33 months in Ireland, England, and France since D-Day, plus 16 last June. They never saw a single hit of action. I, for one, could never enjoy such a slow existence. I was in the Army 1 year on 15 April and 5 months overseas on 1 of May. Sure covered quite a bit of territory in that period. Our first operation was at Herzogenrath, Germany. We felt we were very busy then, but when we moved up to Gelden, Germany, we were 11 miles this side of the Rhine before the final push for the Rhine. Could never tell you the awful roar of the guns day and night for days and days. The aircraft seemed enough to destroy the world, and then, the final day, we had 500 admissions on the first night. There are only 40 nurses to our evacuation hospital unit. Well, that is sort of self-explanatory. I suppose the Army felt the old gals might crack, but during our 2 heaviest pushes, we had an epidemic of measles and complication pneumonia among our younger girls, so the old gals did all the work. I shall agree our chances for longer life are better back here, but we just hate the idea of sort of being put out to pasture. One will grow stagnant, go to seed, and die of boredom if one had to stay here a very long time. Now, since the war is coming to a finish, there is an air of expectancy, and maybe soon we shall move. I do hope not to CBI, though. I hear from Jean quite often. She seems to be doing fine at school. Of course, she does not come home often during the winter months, but school will soon be over. Must close now. Give my regards to all. Love, Peg.